question. Who was here last month for our last show? You know, better question, who's going to be here next month? That's what I really want to know. Oh, I'm holding you to that. Because that's what the last month's crowd said. No, if you were here last month, you will have voted for this next man to be on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, he's your bartender, but for tonight, he's your comic as well. Joel Haesecke, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello there, everybody. I'm Joel Haesecke. That name is German, and yes, I realize that already makes me seem a little racist. I'm a bartender. I'm your bartender, obviously. I was the guy earlier. If you handed me cash, I probably gave you like kind of an awkwardly needy glance after. Here's your change. But I like being a bartender. I think the hours suit me. You know, I like to be up at night. I like to hang out with awesome people like y'all. I like to watch you get drunk. It's funny to me. It's a good time, okay? But that's not, why I really love it though is how much I learn as a bartender, okay? If you can just look at it from my perspective as an education, how much I actually learn. For instance, I have discovered that women are just as gross as men sexually when they're drunk. I like that. You like that? Okay, I like it. I like where your head's at, brother. We're gonna be alright. This is good. Okay, so they are just as gross sexually. However, guys, you got a little too excited because they are not even nearly an iota as creepy. Okay, let me give you an example. I was bartending, not at this bar. Okay, this is a different bar, and a lady came in and she was maybe a little inebriated, you know what I mean, just a touch, right? So she makes her way up to the bar, and she comes up to me and she's like, yeah, I want a shot. I don't care what it tastes like, as long as it's free. Know what I mean? It's actual shit. Okay, which I was just like, that's exactly what I did, by the way. I was just like, you were fucking hilarious. She ended up getting a high five from me, because that's just fucking hilarious, okay? What I really liked about it, though, was her kind of pause, and she's like, know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I fucking get it. You even did the, like, thing. Like, I got it. But can you imagine if a guy said that? Like, I don't even know what the reverse female equivalent is, but if a dude walked up to a bar and said something even similar, I even thought that was a little gross, you know what I mean? I'm like, this chick is fucking hilarious, that's out of control. If a dude walked up, a bouncer would appear out of nowhere and like kick that motherfucker in the chest. You know what I mean? You can't say that. You can't do that as a guy. Some other things I've learned as a bartender, I've learned some phrases, I like to call them show-stopping phrases, okay? And these are things where you want everyone to just shut the fuck up, okay? This is like a record player, okay? And the first normal phrase I'll discuss tonight that I learned is, and in your butt later. Okay, all right, see? I like you, buddy. Most of you did what a lot of people do, right? Just lay on that end in your butt later. Let me explain how I learned about why this is a show-stopping phrase. I was bartending, again, not this bar, okay? And we had a policy at this bar, and it was completely unwritten because I'm sure it's illegal. And it was basically if you walk your tab, you have to take a penalty shot, okay? Like you gotta come back sometime, right? Come back, take a penalty shot. All right, the reason we had the penalty shot was because the owner of this bar was kind of cheap. He liked a good deal, and so he bought about 60 cases of a liquor called Lucky Nights. All right, this is the signature liquor of Lil Flip. All right, yeah, the Houston rapper, you like that? Fuck yeah. Well, unfortunately, it tastes kind of like a healthy mixture between rotten orange juice and shit water. Okay, this is not a good thing that we got going on, but it's our penalty shot. So. The guy walks into the bar and he's like, hey man, I gotta close my tab. Alright man, you ready for your penalty shot? Which by the way, if you're gonna do some fucked up shit to somebody, don't ever ask them if they want it to happen. Okay? You just ask them if they're ready for it to happen. Okay? That already implies consent. Okay? If you say no, it's like, alright motherfucker, I'll wait about 2 minutes. You said it still happened, okay? So that was all fine. The problem occurred with his buddy over there in the corner. He just saw his friend take a free shot, right? He's like, hey, I want one. And I look at him and I'm like, oh, you want a penalty shot? And I don't know if it's the way I said it or whatever, but he was like, I don't know, what's in it? And I'm like, what's in it? It's a penalty shot, man. That's for me to know and for you to find out. In your belly now and in your butt later. See, y'all actually laughed at that. My friends, I had friends at this bar that were like, and then I looked at them and I was like, hold on a second. I mean, I was about to say, y'all have been out drinking. Y'all have all been out drinking. Okay, so you've been out drinking. Maybe you drink a little liquor. Maybe you drink a little whiskey. You know what I mean? And maybe the next day, you gotta take care of some business, and you're on the toilet. You're telling me you don't get like a faint? Okay, it's been in all of your butts too. Okay, it's the way it is. It's been in all of your butts too.